Hey, everybody, it's Christian here from the Q92 Sports Network here with the Conference Room, our new show. We're going to be talking to area high school football coaches throughout the season about what's going on with the area schools we love covering here in Stark County. And today we have the pleasure of talking to the new head football coach of the St. Thomas Aquinas Knights. That, of course, is Coach Kevin Henderson, who's joining us right now. And, Coach, before we get into anything, congratulations on getting the job and taking over the Knights program. Congrats to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, let's get into it here. For those that are going to be watching this, this is the first they've heard of you, Coach Henderson. Let's go over a bit of your coaching past and what kind of led you here.
Well, I started off coaching at Timpkin High School as an assistant. From there to Glen Oak, from there to Walsh University as an assistant. I was there for 9 years. And then I was fortunate enough to become the head football coach at Canton Timpkin. And I was there until the merger in 2015. Following that, I was at Sandy Valley for 5 years, and we had a great run in the playoffs down there. And then I spent last year at Canton McKinley.
So that's the thing. And I'm glad. That's why I wanted to go through this, because your resume, Coach, speaks for itself. You know everything about Stark County high school football, all the traditions, all the rivalry. You've been through it for years. So I really want to make sure I hit that home with anyone that wasn't familiar with your work. You've been everywhere. You've seen it all, and you've done it all. The good, the bad, it's all been there, and it's all in your DNA, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I've seen it all. Like you said, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the sweet. So it's
Well, all right, let's get into now taking over the job here at St. Thomas Aquinas. Talk a little bit about how it came to be, how how you guys connected, and what made them decide to go with you as head coach, and how it felt for you to get this opportunity.
Well, I actually received a phone call from a friend, and he basically told me a little bit about what was going on at St. Thomas, and certainly that they were in need of a head coach. And he only asked that if I would meet with the administration and just have some conversations, which I did. And coming out of those conversations, I just felt that it would be a challenge, of course, but it would be an opportunity. And I've never been afraid of a challenge, and I embrace the opportunity.
Well, you talk about that challenge too. I mean, obviously the program not in the best of shape the last few years, numbers even being an issue here. And as you went through talking with everyone there at the school and the administration, you know, was there something in particular that sold you on that? You know what, this is a challenge. I want you talk about you like challenges, things like that. But was there something that hit you in those conversations that made you say, you know what, okay, I want to take this on?
Well, I mean, I don't want to. I don't question God's will, and He brought this thing together. It's just another challenge in my life, and if He didn't feel that I was capable and qualified to take this on full bore, I don't think He would have gotten everybody together. So again, I embrace the opportunity. I love helping kids. It's a challenge, but I love it.
That's fantastic. Now, you talk about what I think on June 6th, you had a meeting with the parents and the players, I believe, at the schools, like a barbecue or a cookout, I believe.
Yes, sir.
What was
And
that like, and what was kind of the response you felt like you were getting from the players, the families, and administrators there when they first got a chance to really get to talk, and you got a chance to talk to them for the first time?
well, it was positive and upbeat, of course, and it just gave me the opportunity to express what my expectations are for the program moving forward and what they can expect from me moving forward. So I'm committed. I'm all in, and we'll get this thing going.
Have you had a chance to have you had your first meeting with just the players, as far as like sitting down with them and having your meeting with just them, and giving them your expectations before you get into the true workouts here in July and putting the helmets on for the first time in August? And how did that go when you met with just the players, just the kids?
We've been in the weight room now for a week, and of course, that's where you start to establish relationships, and that's been going pretty smoothly, I think. It's a transition for them as well.
Right.
So we have to be mindful of that. So I think together we'll make this thing work, and it's been going pretty smoothly.
Yeah, you talk about when you come in with your program, you have to put in your systems, the systems that you run, that you want to be run. You also have to put in your culture. If you could, in a way, explain a Coach Henderson culture. What is that going to be like at St. Thomas Aquinas?
I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I could say positive, upbeat, trusting in yourself, believing in yourself, trusting your teammates, and hey, we go down with both guns blazing, as they say. And I mean, we're in it to win it. No one's going to feel sorry for us, as we wouldn't feel sorry for any of our opponents if we got the upper hand. So we have to prepare for that with that mentality.
As far, coaches, as numbers for the kids, are numbers up at all as far as the roster goes for this year?
The numbers right now are they're increasing daily. They're
Nice.
not where we want them to be, but they're getting there. We'll get them where we need them to be in order to compete at a good level.
You know, and you look at you look ahead at the 2023 schedule that you guys are going to be playing at St. Thomas Aquinas. You know, when you say welcome to the party, because there's some, you know, I'm looking at that schedule and I'm seeing, you know, the Warren JFKs, the Mogadors, the Canton Central Catholics, the East Cantons, the Smithvilles. I mean, that schedule, coach, that's loaded with some teams with real playoff experience last year. So I mean, no rest for the weary. It's time to get to work. But that's an interesting. That's going to be a formidable schedule you guys are playing.
Well, when you look at the schedule, there are 8 teams on that schedule that qualified for the playoffs last year,
Woo.
and you know, you had a state runner-up, and of course you have the team on the west side of Canton that's always well coached and always a fierce challenge. So it's a daunting task, but again, when we get the numbers where we need them to be, we anticipate being able to be highly competitive in each of our games.
Coach, anytime a new coach takes over, Coach Henderson, I think, you know, like we mentioned a couple questions ago, obviously you want to get your culture and you want to get your systems in. And I always feel like that's really asking a lot from the seniors, because you're asking them to help something that they're not necessarily going to be around maybe to see the fruits of the labor, but they have this, they help you with the stepping stones. And this happens a lot in Stark County. Sometimes coaches get the jobs a little later into the spring than they wish to get everything in there. So I think, you know, you'll be leaning a little bit on your seniors. I know it has been that long, but do you have any sense of this senior class of the Knights, your football players? And do you think they have what it takes and they're the kind of character to help set the stones and set the table for your program going forward?
Believe it or not, we're extremely young. Not many seniors, so I guess we'll have to rally the troops.
Right.
And there have been situations where young guys have to step up and take on their leadership role. So this is going to be all hands on deck, and we'll get it done.
And finally, Coach, we touched on here for a second. That rivalry with Canton Central Catholic. I mean, when St. Thomas, and we talk about history of Stark County football, that holy war between the two schools every year, man. It's a lot of fun. Is that something you're kind of like hitting them with a little bit all the time about? Hey, you know, is it kind of like an Ohio State Michigan thing? Like, hey, every game we're taking one game at a time, and they're all important. But that one against Canton Central at the end of the year, that means something.
It's a little early for that right now. So
all right.
you know, I want to be nice to Trucker right now. So it's a little early for that, but at some point we hope to get the program, because I know that Trucker's a highly competitive individual, and he would welcome that challenge if we got to the point where we can make that a competitive game for Central again. So you know, that's where we're at right now.
Well, Coach Henderson, I can't thank you enough for taking a few minutes to talk to us this afternoon. Congratulations on getting the position. We're looking forward. 3 of your games will be broadcasting on Q92radiosports.com this season. We're looking forward to calling the game at Smithville versus East Canton, and, of course, with Canton Central Catholic. And just best of luck to you and your staff and the kids. And we're really looking forward to a fresh start at St. Thomas and seeing some good things this year. Looking forward to it, and good luck to you.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Go Knights.